Medford police want your help getting the area's most wanted fugitives off the streets.
Tonight we're heading out to the police department for a look at this week's worst offenders. News 10's Crystal Henderson is there with the latest round of mugshots. Crystal?
3 suspects arrested and now behind bars thanks to your tips. Lieutenant Mike Bedreau, let's talk about this week's captures.
Yeah, we arrested Clayton Moore, and he was profiled last week. He was wanted for hindering prosecution. We actually had one of your viewers call in and gave us a location on Crater Lake Avenue. We went there. We missed him actually, but we caught him in Grants Pass, so it all worked out. We also arrested Yu Zhuage. He was wanted for forgery. He was the one that was actually caught passing counterfeit bills. We went to his house after somebody called in that he was dealing drugs, and sure enough he was. And we found him in possession of heroin, and we also arrested him on those warrants. And then Ronnie Lee Kyles, he was profiled also a while back. He was wanted for some theft charges, and we found him after a 911 call to his house. And he lied about his name, but we figured out who he was and arrested him on the warrants. And he was a registered sex offender as well, so he got in trouble for that.
And I understand all of these suspects actually had more charges added?
Yeah, all except Clayton Moore, and that's something that we see when we have people that are on the run that are wanted. They're wanted for a reason. It's because they're usually engaging in other criminal activity, and that's why they usually get more charges when we do catch them.
All right, and there are more suspects you're looking for. Who now?
Yeah, there are. Let's talk about Jeffrey Delarmage. Jeffrey David Delarmage, he's 28 years old. He's wanted for kind of a mixed bag. He's wanted for rape, and possession of meth, resisting arrest, and interfering. 2 separate cases. One in which he allegedly had sex with a 15-year-old girl, and he's 28, and that's obviously not okay. And then on the second case, we had an officer that recognized him from the first case, needed to arrest him, and he led the officers on a little foot chase. He fought with the officers, and he was in possession of meth, so he got more charges on that. So he was arrested, but he failed to appear in court.
And this next suspect could be considered dangerous, right?
Absolutely. This is Mathew Derbignyage. He's 23 years old, lots to run in with law enforcement, a lot of warrants that he has for his arrest. Possession of a weapon, attempt to elude, reckless driving, possession of heroin, theft, you name it, he's done it. Several different cases, but 2 of the cases he was found in possession of a gun, once in Ashland in which he eluded and crashed, and then once with us at MPD when he was leaving a drug house. So he likes guns. One of those guns was stolen from a house in Eagle Point. So somebody that should be considered armed and dangerous for sure.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Mike Bedreau. We'll be back later in the newscast with 3 more suspects police are looking for. Covering your news live in Medford, back to you in the studio.